Only 1% of the mathematician in the whole world can solve this. Prove me wrong. So we are told to solve 2 power x plus x is equal to 5. Okay? To solve this, we are going to use the Lambert W function to provide the solution to this hard Olympiad math problem. So first thing we have to do is to subtract x from both sides. So we have it that 2 power x is equal to 5 minus x. Okay? So if you subtract x from both sides, we are now having 2 power x is 5 minus x. Then the next thing we do is to divide through by 2 power x. So we are going to divide through by 2 power x. If you divide through by 2 power x, we are left with 1 this side. Then what do we have here? This can now be seen as 5 minus x uh, divided by 2 power x. So we have at them that we have 1 is equal to, this one is equal to, so we have 5 minus x will now be multiplied by, this is just multiplying by 1 over 2 power x. In exponents, you know that whenever we have 1 over a to the power of n is the same thing as a to the power of minus n, right? So we are going to use this. This will now be seen as 1 is equal to 5 minus x into 2 to the power of minus x, right? Good. This is actually equal to 1. So let's rearrange the equation. We can write the equation to be like this, that 5 minus x into 2 to the power of negative x is equal to 1. Then let's remember the Lambert W function can be written as the Lambert W function of a exponential a is equal to what? A. This is the Lambert W function. So all we need to do here is that we need our a, every term that is in this bracket, to be the same as the what? The power of 2. That's all we need. So let's solve. So we need 5 here. 5 needs to be up here. We need to add 5 here. So what do we do to add 5 here? Remember that this is exponent. To add 5 here simply means that we multiply by 2 power 5. Because in indices, once you are multiplying in the same base, you just have to do what? Keep the base the same and add the powers. Okay? That's how indices works. So if you understand this, all you have to do is that 5 into this will now be 2 minus x times 2 power 5 is equal to what? You now multiply it to the left-hand side. So the equation will also be what? Balanced. So what do you see at the end? You are having it to be 5 minus x, okay, into 2 to the power of minus x plus 5. Okay, they are now the same. Is now equal to 2 power 5 is 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times 2, 32. So we have it as 32. But if you look at that formula for Lambert W function, we have our a, this is exponent, but I have 2. So what will I do to this 2 to be in form of exponents? You remember another rule, that when you have exponential ln a, that is the same thing as what? A. Okay? Because the exponent will now reduce the ln. Okay? So instead of writing 2, I'm going to write ln exponential to the power of ln 2. It's the same thing. So I have it as 5 minus x into 2 to the power, exponential ln 2, then raised to the power of minus x plus 5 is equal to 32. Good. So here you can now see that one thing, we have it to be like this. So what do we do again? We look up. This can now be written as 5 minus x, the first term, into exponential. In indices is just multiplication. You just have to multiply the power. So we can write it as minus x plus 5. Okay? Then lane 2, multiplication is commutative. And that's equals to what? And that's equals to 32. Simple. Good. But we have lane 2 here. Remember, we said that every term that must be in the exponent must be multiplying the exponent, as we have in the Lambert function. Okay? So we need lane 2 to be also be here. So how do we bring lane 2 here? We'll multiply this side by lane 2, and we also have to multiply this side by lane 2. So we now have it to be lane 2 into, we'll just write it as minus x plus 5 is the same thing. Is the same thing, nothing changed. Exponential minus x plus 5. Then lane 2 is equals to 32 lane 2. Okay, that's what we have here. So what do we actually observe? Lane that we have lane 2 minus x plus 5, which is lane 2 minus x plus 5, which is the same, and that's equals to 32 lane 2. So we can now take the Lambert W function of the left-hand side and also take the Lambert W function of the right-hand side. Okay? So our answer will now be that if you put all this in Lambert W function, the answer will now be lane 2 into minus x plus 5 is equal to the W function of 32 lane 2. Okay? Then the next thing you do is to divide through by lane 2 and divide through by lane 2. Then lane 2 will cancel out lane 2. We are having it to be minus x plus 5 is equal to the W function of 32 minus 32 lane 2 divided by lane 2. Okay? Then the next thing we have to do is to minus 5 from both sides. We have it that minus x is equal to W function of 32 lane 2 divided by lane 2 minus 5. Good. But our answer, we are required to find x, not minus x. So we are going to multiply or divide through by what? Minus. So you have that x is equals to, if you multiply by minus, this becomes plus. You have it as 5 plus, you are now having this to be 5 minus, since you multiply by negative, you have minus the W function of 32 lane 2 divided by lane 2. You can actually leave your answer like this. This is the value for x. You can actually leave your answer like this, or you can actually key this into a calculator to get your answers. Like, follow for more.